Okay, I've never played Kingdom Come Deliverance before, and I know nothing about it. I don't know what genre it's in. I don't know what kind of game it is. It's never crossed my desk before, so this is completely blind. I did boot this for about a minute just to get on the title screen to make sure that my machine would run it and that I could use a controller in it, and I think it should work okay. So we've got audio. Although the audio seems crazy quiet, so I'm going to turn it up a little bit. If it gets too loud later, please let me know in chat and I'll adjust.
Charles IV.
I didn't watch this. I skipped it to get to the options screen before.
Roman Emperor had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity.
Still seems pretty quiet even with me turning it up. I'm going to turn it up some more. I'll see about adjusting the voice volume specifically.
The empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life.
The art style in this cutscene.
But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated,
yeah, it's a really cool style,
turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary.
Is this historical fantasy, historical fiction, or is this like actually what happened in history?
He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Cool. I did not pick it up, so I googled that a little bit, Bear. Thank you for mentioning it. I try to avoid using mods when possible on stream. It sounds like... So this is the only thing I know about the game, is that there's some kind of limited save system, like almost like the ink ribbons in Resident Evil. And I was worried, look, does that mean that I can like turn off the game whenever I want to? And I guess that they've since patched in a save and quit option, which is like a quick save suspend feature. So my understanding is that the save ribbon thing is like to discourage you from save scumming and to kind of encourage you to deal with your choices or deal with your mistakes. Which I like. I hate save scumming in games. I wish games would just block it entirely through autosaves only. But if I'm able to save and quit, I'm okay to just go with that, as long as I don't have to like get somewhere specific. This all seems fine. Seems fine. Voice, we'll just max that.
Sanctificetur nomen tuum, veniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo.
The rest of this is probably okay. Normal mode. The voice up, I'm going to turn it down a bit, but just give me feedback on audio balance. Flourished under Emperor Charles IV with his son Wenceslas the Idle. He's falling into disarray. His inactivity angered many of the nobility. Okay, yeah, this is consistent with the cutscene we just saw. Okay, so the setup is true historical, but the contents of the game itself are historical fiction. Gotcha. The game looks really pretty. I still don't know what to expect. Like, usually I see like nerdy history opening. I'm like, okay, so this is going to be like a strategy game. But then the title screen threw me off that a little bit. I see. It's like maybe the people we're playing as aren't necessarily historical characters, but the broad events of the story might match up with history. Games like this make me happy that I'm doing this streaming thing, because I would never have been exposed. Like, the kind of history buff games and games like Crusader Kings and Age of Empires and stuff just never would have crossed my desk outside of this.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
It's a hot one.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
Sleepy JRPG protagonist.
Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Turning it up a little bit more here.
Henry! Get up now.
Chrono.
There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
I'm really intrigued to see what even like the core gameplay is going to look like. I have no idea.
A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Oh shit. Whoa. Is this like an RPG? That's kind of cool. By means of the first two choices in this dialog, go select your character's default characteristics. If you're not satisfied with them, not to worry. All characteristics can be developed without limitations. Let's go with speech.
Nothing much. Me and the lads were just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world and, well, I lost track of time.
Well, I hope he didn't fill your head with nonsense. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
He's teaching me archery. It's with Bianca. Does it matter? Let's try speech agility. Why not?
No, it's just Matthias was teaching me archery.
Archery? Do you want to become a poacher? Have you any idea of the punishment for that? And where did you get a bow, anyway?
Oh, come on. I've no interest in poaching. It's just a bit of fun.
Christ, give me strength. Just don't do anything stupid. For the love of God. Promise.
I promise.
Go to your father. Do you need help?
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
It's been here.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't
Oh, this is
seen them
Kickstarted? That's
morning.
cool.
They shouldn't be hard to
What
find.
else has the developer done?
They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
Misjudging.
That's unfair.
Really? So where were you until the small hours last night?
I was with Bianca, of course.
You mean at Bianca's tavern? And who was there with you? No, don't tell me. Let me guess. Matthew and Fritz. Well, at least you were with Bianca.
We're done.
You should hold on to that one, Hal. She's a clever girl. And invite her for supper sometime. Your father's very fond of her.
Of course he is. He thinks he'll be able to wheedle the secret of beer brewing out of her.
You're right there. You'd think he was planning to become a brewer in his dotage. Still, that's your father for you. At least he's interested in something, unlike you lot. You're too busy getting into mischief to do an honest day's work. If Fritz and Matthew carry on this way, they'll wind up swinging one day. You mark my words.
Angry at
Is
me.
Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig.
I don't have to read
He's
the
not as
prompts
young as he
because,
was.
like Mass
You know
Effect,
how
he
his
says a
joints
thing.
pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Thanks. Whoa.
Oh.
Ah. Pick up cheese. I think I built my gaming PC after this game came out, but because it's not running at full 60 FPS. I don't know if it's supposed to. Real quick, let me try turning down to high and see if it runs better. Oh, it's about the same. That should be fine. Carrots. Thought he was like wielding the carrot for a second there. Apples, beets, breads, and onions. Maybe I don't want to take all of these out of here. And I didn't. Okay. That makes sense. Don't have a lockpick. Compass will tell you where to go on the quest you're pursuing. Go to father. Alright, so there's a delay key. Trying to get into my inventory here. Map. Item, here we go. Jeez, nourishment. Okay, I see. I'm gonna sneak, make sure no one sees or hears you. It's on the light and on your clothing. Oh, that's cool. Lentil soup. Leave some for everybody else. That is what they're going to be like. Yeah, so it makes the whole idea of there being limited saves, I'd like that even more than if it's this kind of a game. Hungry, hungry Henry. Discovered grindstone. Sup?
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. You can often choose what kind of impression you want to make on them. Use speech. Influence with reputation you have at the moment. Social status is paramount. The quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference. Look dangerous. People will be afraid to cross you. That's why your strength and the deterrent effect of your weapons and equipment. Bloodstains on your clothes. That's cool. Rely on money. Try another skill like horsemanship. I have to really read what you're going to say. Different approaches work in different people. You want to intimidate a tough brawler easily. No matter how well you dress, you won't impress the nobility. Henry's abilities aren't assigned a universal value, but compared to the abilities of his counterpart. Okay. You can always see your own abilities. Your counterpart's abilities are visible to you if it's someone you know well, or if you're skilled at reading people. That seems helpful. Speech level, charisma level, strength level. I see. Your reputation with your counterpart. Reputation whether you're dirty or bleeding. You cannot do the nimble tongue of a merchant. You want to poison him a little first, so then he'll be easier to persuade. You lead a guard away from his friends, he'll be easier to scare. That's seems like a really robust, difficult to manage system. I'm excited, like difficult to develop, right? I had to do something.
Sorry, I had to go and deal with something.
Well, it's no great tragedy. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Cool. All the information about the quest in the log, also indicated on the map as well as on the compass at the top of the screen. Okay. Buy ale at the tavern, buy a bag of charcoal at the markets. Collect the debt. Yeah, it's really pretty. And like period appropriate. Codex entries. Whoa. Oh man, it is like it's Mass Effect, but like historical fiction. That's really cool. Ah. So we like Charles IV, but we don't like Wenceslas. Wenceslas.
Are you here to buy?
Indeed, I am.
Yeah, I think I just didn't have the right teachers in elementary, middle, and high school to really pivot into being a history dork. I'm interested in it, though. I like it. I just, didn't have enough exposure to it as a kid. I had that weird, and this is probably unique to the U.S. History programs in public schools, but we moved in the right order that I only heard about the same period of history like 4 different times. Like, as soon as we were about to start talking about a different period, I'd move somewhere new, and we'd start over at something I'd already learned. Trespassing. You're in a private area. Ah, okay. Guarded places, you'll be arrested immediately. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting this game to be. I wish I could wire my brain to the computer and produce a picture of what I imagine a game is before I start playing it, just based on its title. Kunesh, buddy.
What do you want?
Father sent me for money.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
The tools, at least.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
This must be paid.
Look, I know things aren't easy. The wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then. Sure.
Unarmed combat. Hook and jab. Kick. Who's on the left? You're bleeding. Strike hits your armor, or you block it, it'll cost you stamina. Your stamina is completely depleted. You'll be able to defend yourself and you'll be wounded. Yourself badly in your armor as weak strikes will wound you. Heavy wounds will lead to bleeding, and bleeding will lead to death. The more your health is depleted, the lower your maximum stamina.
God damn! This won't take long. Ow! Ah! Oh! Kurwa! Ah! Oh!
Ouch.
Miss.
You picked me.
Oh dear, did that hurt? Ha ha!
Injuries. It's
You're
bad.
going to cry.
Not sure I understand the combat very well, unfortunately. Not yet, anyway. The stars indicate where he has
Cunt!
his guard up or something.
Bastard dog!
He's really good at dodging my kicks. I think it just means that I'm locked onto him, right? It's to do with directional aiming. Okay.
Here.
Now you're
Directions
buggered.
matter when you're striking with swords. Okay.
Bloody hell.
Reach a new level and unarmed. Oh, that's cool. Level and main level.
Take. Well, lad.
We both have like a stamina system where he's like regenerating, and if we're circling each other like this.
This will be interesting.
New level in warfare. Go to mother. She'll patch you up. Okay.
You had it coming, you pup. And your old man can fuck off too.
Some people can persuade us going to be robbed. If you'd rather not beat around the bush, violence can be a solution. I don't know if that actually affects me, you know?
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that.
Hey!
Fritz might have one.
Get the hell out of here. There's nothing here for you.
Okay, so as long as they detect me, there's no penalty, but if I get in trouble if I stay for too long, basically. Should look at my stats here. Hold on. I kind of like that the game is discouraging me from reload, because normally I would reload and try to win that fight, but I think it's almost more interesting if I got my ass kicked by that guy at the beginning. Agility, speed, movement, and nimbleness. Physical challenges. I see. Try to move the mouse out of the way. Combat, warfare. Faster your attacks are, weapons will be less damaged. Unarmed. Okay, that's cool. I like the XP system. Injured head. Injured torso. Oh, I want to look at the crime. Value stolen. Oof. I assume that stuff only gets tracked if other people actually find out about it. So I want to go get patched up before I get an injury. Have a perk to spend? No, I don't know how that works. I can just put that under any of these, basically. Oh, I see. Minimum level. So I can't do anything in speech yet because I need a minimum level for them. Oh, I can't spend it on anything, right? Okay. Okay, so the earliest I can do is level 3. Oh, separate from the stats? Okay, thank you. Last longer without food. Yeah, but as soon as you get hungry, the effects will be worse. More charisma when talking to women. Manly odor. I love the ability names. The perks. Great, great, like, top-down flavor design here. This is your stealth skill. Events on the way sooner. Chances of evading are increased. The worse the bed, the better you sleep. That's I sleep best on a couch. So let me look at the other. It looks like most of these have a downside, which maybe is the whole point. No, these ones all are strictly positive, it looks like. Oh, not all of them necessarily. Okay. Lowborn. I see. Yeah, right. Mom, you kicked my ass. Where you at, Mom? Somewhere around the farmhouse, I assume. Do I have to worry very much about time passing, or is it mostly just event-based? Sorry. Assuming I can't track specific NPCs necessarily. There she is. And this part, time's frozen. Okay. So I can take my time learning here. There she is. Hey, Mom.
Ma? Ma! I'm hurt. You won't stop bleeding.
Oh, now, stop squealing like a baby and show me that. There you are, good as new. You ought to learn to do that yourself.
Thanks, Ma.
Nice. Ah. Freaking weird. Alright, well, that's cool. I guess I can talk to my dad about him refusing to pay back the debt. I'm really into this game so far. If anyone wants to like try to get this on the voting spreadsheet at some point, I'd be really interested in playing it all the way. I really like the skilling system.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I had a fight.
When I asked Kunish to pay, he fought me instead.
That bastard. You don't look too bad, though. Did you get the better of him?
I'm fine, but he didn't give me the money.
Ah, it doesn't matter. I'll sort him out this evening. I've no time for him now.
Bunny.
But without Kunish's money, I can't buy those other things you wanted.
Here's coin for the charcoal and the ale. I'll get it back from that mongrel this evening.
If I'm dirty, is there like an easy way for me to wash up, or is that not a thing that I've unlocked the ability to do yet? There's a wash tub by the house. Okay, thanks. I really, really like some of those flavorful abilities. I like the idea of abilities that are based on choosing between an upside and a downside, right? You get this, but this happens.
Henry, I'm... Greetings.
What's up? Let's talk trade. Oh, you can try to haggle.
See you later.
That's baskets. You just wanted one charcoal, right? Oh, he needs 10. Okay.
Take care.
Okay, so if I want to haggle, how does that work? I'm trying to look for the button for that. Maybe I'm not always allowed to haggle, depending. Stolen in God knows where. Got a basket at the top. I think I can tap to it. Haggle, there it is.
Let's have a word about the price.
Aye?
Aren't you gonna haggle? It's my favorite scene in Life of Brian. The amount you want to pay. The trader will respond to your offer. If the answer is a refusal, you counter offer and wait for your response. Spider can't be moved in one direction or the other. It means either you or the trader does not have enough money. Dragging out the haggling with one offer after another will gradually try the trader's patience, and eventually they'll drop the haggling completely. The more gold there is in the background, the closer the trader is to dropping the haggling. Every unsuccessful bout of haggling lowers your reputation with the trader. So 4.5 is the listed price. Hold on. Your money, original purchase price, trader's last offer, your current offer. So 4.5 is the listed thing. Okay.
Agree?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
That seems fair.
That's a sum I can live with.
Nice. Be cool if you like got some reputation for haggling successfully. Certain people.
No.
Let's not gamble away all the money.
Hail to the hero.
I ale at the tavern. Go to the sword fighting lesson.
Strong linen, delicate...
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
That was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Fabric, red, buttons, laces,
I'll wait to get the ale. Sounds like time matters once I pick it up. Grocer. Need to get a hammer still. Let's see. So I mentioned that Fritz has lockpicks potentially.
God be with you, Henry.
So I really just needed the money, so I don't need to steal the tools back. Allegedly he's at the tavern. Okay.
Just come right up.
But I didn't want to upset the old woman by chasing him for it.
It's better never to lend money to kin. It's always a nuisance.
That's just...
Really, really happy this game has that restricted saving functionality. That's... I've always wanted to play a game like this and just not be able to save scum. Like, I feel like doing a Dark Souls style constant auto saving would also work.
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other,
We've designed the game in such a way that if you fail, it's not the end of the game, right?
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Lock onto your opponent.
All right, all right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never
I
repeat
see.
yourself.
Use the direction of your strike using right stick.
Not bad. Again. Good. Once again. Good. All right. All right.
Level and strength. New
The
perk
point of the
though.
blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
The right bumper.
Good. Once again. Good. Once again. Good. Good, good. Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Chain strikes together into a combo. The very moment the previous one lands.
Nice. Good.
It's cool. And that's not button mashy, right? Was it the same with the
Right.
unarmed
That's enough. I don't know about you,
combos with that
but
too?
I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Nice. Let's see. Strength. Oh, that's cool. So when you get level up perks, they're in specific categories? I think I misunderstood that before. So I don't... If I get a strength perk, I can only spend it on strength things. I don't have to worry about, like, investing everything into one stat. Okay. Blocking an opponent's strikes with your shield will cost you 30% less stamina. I'm gonna save it for now. And main level is something that derives from my points and all my other stats, so that levels up independently from everything else.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
You can't be serious, Dodge. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth.
Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you,
So are
Matthew.
such lords as
What's
Henry
going on here?
Rosenberg.
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do? I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew.
Sounds like
Proper hiding.
mischief.
Do you want to end up in the pillory? Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament.
Oh, like
You know,
Back to the Future.
The one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
Oh, not like Back to the Future.
You think we should redecorate
Mischief
for him?
strings.
Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king. So, Hal, are you with us?
No.
How are you, Henry?
Not that I don't want to teach the
Reputation
Deutsch
lost.
lessons, but I really don't have time.
That's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, Hal, how could you possibly chance like this?
Oh, Boniface the Ninth. Oh, don't lockpick. Oh, so much for getting a lockpick from Fritz. Not at the moment, anyway.
Good health to you, Henry.
Combat Masters in here. Yeah, weird. Like the game seems to run less well indoors. It's the opposite of what I'd usually expect. Oh shit. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry to trespass.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Just ale.
What else could I expect from a village lout? What will it be then, ragamuffin?
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course.
By cool, they still mean room temperature, I assume.
are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too.
Nice try, Henry.
By the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vaniac?
It's A room temperature.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
Baronite six gun?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father.
Wow, how'd they keep it
I'll
so
be going
cold?
now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so?
I know they had
Now,
like
what would that be?
ice houses in ancient
Your
Egypt,
favorite?
right? But
Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
they're really setting up the whole thank her later. She's gonna die tonight, isn't she? Drink Savior Snap. So those are the those are the like Resident Evil ink ribbons. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm just surprised it's that cool. Like that's surprisingly cool. Or is it because cellars are much deeper than like modern basements? Huh, no kidding. I had no idea. It's cool to learn. Okay. I could buy 45, 50. That seems reasonable.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Keep the crossguard.
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over.
Yeah, freedom units, exactly.
I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
36 is nearly freezing. It'll be almost zero.
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Here you go.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Yeah.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. That's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, I heard some gossip about what happened to Deutsch. I expect you know something about it.
Maybe.
Maybe? Someone threw dung at Deutsch's freshly lime-washed house, maybe? And maybe those cronies of yours had something to do with it.
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Oh, got what he deserved, did he? Look, I don't know if you're mixed up in this or if it's just those friends of yours. It's all the same to me. But I have a trade to run. The German pays well. And having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. Do you understand?
Yes. I got you.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
Well, so certain that my whole family's going to die and Bianca's going to die.
Does that boy ever listen to a word I say? So Deutsch spouts rubbish. So what? You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth, not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more.
It's usually dangerous.
That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
This is cool.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
Nice. It was a cool cutscene.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready.
We're at time, but I'll let this
Will you fetch them
cutscene
for
wrap.
me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Hopefully nothing terrible happens when I go to do that. All right, we'll do save and quit here. Future Marstead, this game's really cool. Press down on the D-pad to bring up your inventory. Pay attention to when you get stat level ups. You have one in strength that's pending that you haven't assigned yet. You've currently put some points into speech so far. The combat is pretty different, and I think it's pretty different on purpose, so you'll have to practice it a little bit. It involves R1, R2, L1, and L2. For like, you have to really focus on blocking and that sort of a thing. It's one of those games where like it actually, makes it clear how blocking works and requires you to use it. Make sure you stay topped off on food. do your quests. And I don't really have too many other notes. Good luck. Thanks, Bear, for sharing this. This game's really cool. I like this format of game, and I like the idea of mixing it with like an old school. It's the old Elder Scrolls games kind of did this level up system, right? I don't think I've seen that merged into a more typical like BioWare style choice driven RPG before. So I think that's pretty neat.